So, Tej, this is your team. Do you agree that the Bengals are the Chiefs' biggest AFC threat?
Absolutely. A player that is saying this, that is in the Super Bowl, is basically saying, we ain't worried about none of y'all. We know what we can do when we play y'all. We worried about that team down in Cincinnati. And when you look at it, they done been to so many Super Bowls, only Brady and Burrow has prevented them since Mahomes has been a quarterback. Brady has since retired. The New England Patriots, they got a long road before they get back to that position. And so 100%, I agree with that. Now, the Bengals and Joe Burrow, they got to make this statement, you know, they got to put some validity to this. We cannot be in the playoffs. We can be right there and not make. We got to push them every year like we pushed them and we went to the Super Bowl, what was that, 2 years ago? And so Chris Jones is on to something, but we got to do better in Cincinnati.
Yeah, the Bengals certainly are the kryptonite to the Kansas City Chiefs, because Brady doesn't play anymore. He works in television now. So when you look at it, Josh Allen beats him in the regular season. He can't wait to see him in the regular season. Can't beat him in the postseason. That's not the same thing for Cincinnati. Cincinnati's only seen him in the postseason one time and beat him. And then in the regular season, you know, they beat him in the regular season, but Kansas City has won the last 2 regular season meetings. But Chris Jones knows that team, when right, gives us a problem. Or else he wouldn't even be saying it.
Right? You know what also, too, Key, is he looks at that offense and says, this offense gives us problems. Yeah. Every time we play them.
Who looking at that offense?
The Bengals offense.
Who looking at it?
Chris Jones, the best player on the Chiefs. Best defensive player
Best defensive player.
Yeah, best defensive player.
Yeah.
He's looking at it and saying, I got to deal with this. You know, and in the end, this is why I say,
Chris Jones needs to stop speaking for the team.
You know, coach.
Do you disagree?
Why?
You're not even in the party to be a threat. Like, get to the playoffs to be a threat. How you a threat? You're not even in the building. That's like somebody outside on a megaphone like, hey, I'm about to whoop you. Not even in the building, player. Like, I'm over here. Come inside. Oh, you can't get in? Get to the playoffs before you become a threat.
Hating from outside.
Hating from outside. Just hating from outside.
No, Chris is just saying if in the fact that they have to see them.
Speak for yourself, bro. Speak for you. Don't speak for us, because if you ain't in the party, how you a threat to me?
Or does he just view everybody else in the AFC as not being a good enough team to compete with him? That could be also the case.
He didn't beat everybody.
The only threat is the threat that's in front of you. If you never in front of me or making the playoffs to even be a threat, how you a threat?
I mean, scientifically, he's accurate.
No, he is accurate.
Because for all the talk we do every single year about are the Bills the biggest threat, or the Ravens the biggest threat, or the Steelers going to be a threat?
They're a threat to themselves.
Cincinnati actually beat them, though.
Yeah, but that was so long ago.
That was a couple years ago.
Man, that was so long ago.
They're still the only team.
I had 3 kids. I got 4 kids now since the last time they beat them. Come on.
This 3 hours getting ready to be fun.
So many opportunities that teams have had to beat the Chiefs, and the Bengals are the only ones that have actually done it.
Other than
a long time ago, though.
Right.
But it's still...
They didn't gain 30 pounds, put on 2 inches.
Man, will you stop?
That's what I'm saying. That was a long time ago. I done got bigger now. I done grew up. I'm a teenager since you last beat me. You're going to get whooped now.
The thing about it is, this is why I say, if Buffalo is going to advance beyond the AFC Championship game, they need a Cincinnati to take Kansas City to take them out.
Get somebody else to do it.
Got to get somebody else to do it. Because they're not afraid. They're not afraid of them Buffaloes.
A 9-win team, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Man, let the Bengals go ahead. This is a 9-win team. They not
well,
no
you
threat.
The one had him in the top 3.
No. He's not in the Big 4 no more. He's not there no more. You see, he got bumped out. He can't make the playoffs.
Wow.
Got to make the playoffs.
Hey, ain't that funny how you changed his skirt that fast?
No.
You done changed your skirt quick.
Quick as hell.
A month ago, he should be in the MVP conversation.
No.
Now he can't even get in a conversation about beating Kansas City.
You got to make it to the playoffs, player.
Okay.
If you can't make it to be the threat,
it ain't been a
how
threat.
are you a threat?
Yeah.
That was so long ago. What we talking about?
Let me ask you this, though, TJ, and I ain't going to put you on the spot. Even though I'm going to put you on the spot, and you don't have to answer it any way you want to.
I'm answering.
If they don't make the playoffs next year.
That's what I say. How you a threat?
What they going to do with the head coach, though? I just realized that's 2 years in a row, back to back. You don't make the playoffs 3 years in a row.
Come on,
you
man.
most likely getting ready to be put on the firing squad.
Right.
If they make improvements to this, regardless if they don't make improvements to the roster, if T. Higgins is back, Jamar Chase is back, which I believe they both will be, yeah, they'll probably look in another direction. I would assume 100% that Zach Taylor, he knows this as well.
Oh, so he understands?
You can't have Joe Burrow as your quarterback and you consistently not making the playoffs. You can't.
That's crazy.
You can't have him as your quarterback.
You can't have Mike Tomlin in your same division going to the playoffs.
Working miracles with mayonnaise and mustard.
With the plumbers.
No longer in the top 4, but top 5.
He whipping up some stuff in Pittsburgh.
Well, jumping back into the Super Bowl, there are a handful of impact wideouts in this one from A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, the Chiefs. We have our own Pro Bowl receivers here. So, Key, which wide receiver will have the biggest impact in the Super Bowl?
You know, I'm going to go with Itty Bitty and Devontae Smith. I think they're going to focus so much on A.J. Brown and so much on Saquon Barkley that he will shine to a whole nother level. That's what I'm thinking, because he can play. He just is caught up with A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley, but he could actually play. He's not he to me is like a 1B. He's not a 2.
Yeah.
And I think they pay him as such.
For me, it has to be A.J. Brown. If the Chiefs are going to do what everybody believes they're going to do, you're going to take Saquon out of the game. You have to make Jalen Hurts and those receivers beat you. And a couple years ago, he almost did that. And so I feel like the last game they played against Commanders, playoff game, he had 6 receptions, 96 yards. That's what he had in the last Super Bowl when they lost to the Chiefs. Same exact thing, 6 catches, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. They have to take Saquon out of the game. They must make sure that Saquon don't beat him. And so if that's the case, you got to load the box. And if you load the box, you're going to put Trent McDuffie on A.J. Brown. Trent McDuffie can play. But, man, you see Trent McDuffie in person and you see A.J. Brown in person. It's a huge size difference. And so I feel like A.J. Brown is going to have to eat in order for the Chiefs to get, in order for the Eagles to get what they want to get, and that's a Super Bowl title. So close last time, so close. I believe A.J. Brown can get them over the top this year.
I have A.J. Brown also, 8 targets, 6 receptions, 96 receiving yards, and a touchdown against the Commanders, and we know how that game went. But
Paul fired up today.
Going with the X-Man. You already know, Xavier Worthy. Everybody's picking all these players from the Eagles. Well, it's going to be the X-Man because, listen, they're going to pay attention to my boy underneath, Kelsey, and that's when it's going to open up Worthy for them, that big play, because everybody's saying, oh, they don't have the big play like they used to. It's Super Bowl. We know what Mahomes does when the lights are the brightest. When things go, when that stage get bigger. He find a way, and it's going to be a big play. And I believe it's going to happen, like, late in the game.
No, I could certainly see Xavier Worthy being a pop for Kansas City, given the fact that Andy Reid is always trying to get the football in his hands various ways, right? They literally don't freeze him out. They try, whether it's on fly sweeps or reverses or quick screens,
the
bubbles.
Eagles do play a lot of cover 4, so if the Chiefs can run the ball effectively and they can start the play action and get them safeties come down, if the Eagles stick, because that's what Vic Fangio loves to do, cover 4 defense. And so the corners just got to know, we in cover 4, we play in the deep post. They win cover 4, play the deep post, because that's what they're going to try to hit you with. One way or another, you know the weakness of the defense, you play that way.
I used to love to see cover 4 when I knew I had a post.
Hey, you're running like safety, please jump this corner route or
jump the curl
route.
I just want you to jump the curl. I'm going, bam, it's over.
Right.
Yeah.
We would call it pearl, post and curl, just for your terminology there, sir.
You one of the game's best. Y'all thanks for the information. I appreciate it.
Damn stupid.
subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.